You are listening to Charlie's Truth audio blog, entry 20. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Hello, family. Hello, friends. Hello, community. To all my beautiful souls, welcome back to another entry over at Charlie's Truth audio blog. I'm so happy and so excited to be here. I've missed you all, and I pray that you all are well. If you are new here, this is Charlie's Truth audio blog, where we reflect on my experiences of witnessing life, developing a business, and remembering my truth. I'm Charlie, and I am all about living authentically and embracing our true divine selves unapologetically. I am the self-proclaimed ambassador of shamelessly embracing and living your truth. And today, we're going to explore a powerful concept that has been a game changer in my journey, okay? And that is saying no until it's a true yes. But before we get started, I think we should catch up. I think it's time we catch up. For those who are returning to the blog, you know it's been a little while, okay, since I've been here. And I just want to let you all know that life is lifing, okay? Life is lifing. Things are abundant, things are blessed, things are rich, things are fun. And I am just trying to stay grounded in all of it, okay? And your girl's not trying, she's doing. I just want to say that. I just want to point that out, that I am successfully navigating life, in my opinion. Okay, take that for what it's worth. Sorry, y'all. I gotta cackle at myself sometimes. This is me. I think I cackle at myself. I think, yeah, I'm having a good time in life, and so I like to joke and laugh and be lighthearted because YOLO. Um, with that being said, so let's catch up. First of all, before I even jump into that, I pray that you all are well. I am sending you all a virtual hug. I pray that you are feeling good, that life is loving all over you, that you are celebrating yourself, that you are patting yourself on the back, that you are cheering for yourself, that you are giving yourself kudos for all that you are navigating through and all that you are just journeying with in the best way that you know how in this season. And so I want to shout you out, and I pray that you're celebrating yourself and that you're just allowing yourself to feel good, that you're being kind to yourself, that you're being gentle with yourself, that you're extending compassion to yourself as well as those around you, and that you're just being a vibe, okay? Be a vibe. Be a vibe that you desire to experience, okay? Be the vibe. And so, yes, I'm sending you all those well wishes. And even if like life is just feeling dense and heavy, I'm sending you a hug. Imagine I am just sitting next to you, comforting you, okay, being that friend, listening to you, and just saying, and not even saying anything. Whatever it is you need in the season, I pray that you're receiving that. So if it's a moment where you need to vent, I pray that you allow yourself that space. If you need to just journal it out, I pray you allow yourself that space. If you need to just yell one good time, I pray you allow yourself that space. Whatever it is that will help you healthily cope and process the energy that is feeling dense or heavy or just stuck, that you give yourself that you pour that into yourself, that you give yourself that permission. Okay, now with that being said, let me tell y'all what's been going on. So it's been a while since I've been here. I checked the last date and it was like the middle of July. We are now on August 1st when I'm recording this. And so it's been about 2 weeks. Not too bad because your girl birthday. Okay, let's be clear. My birthday was last week, so that's kind of like an automatic week off. Okay, like because we gotta let the energy catch up with us. Okay, because we just completed another journey around the sun. Okay, and the sun came out. It had been like gloomy here in New York for that whole week. My birthday was on a Friday. Is on July 26th. And so it had been gloomy here in New York. But on Friday, okay, the sun came out to play, okay? It came out to show me a good time. It was like, baby girl, I know that you're me and I'm you. So let's hang out. And so it was a great day. Friday, the sun was out, and it was just that much more magical. And so I had a birthday. I just finished another journey around the sun, and I'm so proud of myself. I'm so excited. As I'm going into this next chapter, I'm calling this chapter 38. The color for this chapter is orange. And I got this idea about picking a color for your new year from someone on TikTok. It seems like she's been doing it for, I want to say, 4 years. And basically, she picks a color to kind of journey with. And it reminds me of when I pick one word for the year to journey with. Like this year, this calendar year, 2024, my word is elevate, okay? And so now on top of elevate, we have the color orange supporting us. And when I think about the color orange, I clearly think about joy and fun and looseness and just deliciousness and zest and yum, yum, yum and possibility, okay? And so as I am journeying through with this idea, another thing that came to me about orange is like, this is a year of celebration. This is a year of celebration. And so I've decided to really lean into that. And I'm just going to celebrate everything. I mean, to be honest, it's not really too far off from my everyday already existence. Since about 2013, I want to say, I've kind of been journeying with this idea of like, all right, we need to just celebrate life. We need to celebrate everything. But I feel like this is going to be way more intentional, way more upfront, and way more apparent. Like, I'm going to celebrate everything. And I've been feeling the energy of celebration in myself. And as I'm like, supporting my family and friends, like, I also feel and see areas in their lives where I'm just like, oh, we got to celebrate this, baby. Oh, we should celebrate this. Where I'm just feeling this, this elevated experience of just celebration, joy, and being proud, and proud from a place of like, we're not where we were, and just celebrating that we are witnessing ourselves show up differently, choose differently, which is also super aligned with today's message, where it's all about it's a no until it's a true yes. Okay. And so we're gonna talk about that a little later, but so that's the other thing. It's like the birthday happened. My color for the year is orange. We're still journeying with Elevate. I have so many projects going on, which I'm so excited about. But let's first talk about the cave. And also, I think I told you all about the offering I was creating for the projector aura types. So let's talk about those two things. I really did want the projector offering to come out sooner than it is coming out. The projector aura, the projector aura offering, which I don't think I released the name, so I'll wait on that in case. I don't think I'm going to change it because the recordings are already done, if we're being honest. But that's going well. I have officially, this past week, I have been invited to, right, as I'm celebrating my birthday, as I'm like getting excited about this new chapter, I was really invited to start prioritizing things. I felt like I had a lot in the air, a lot was going on, and I'm still getting new ideas, and it still is like, I just gotta breathe, okay? And I have a splenic authority type, and so the splenic speaks to you in the moment about what is a yes, what is a no, what is a no, what is a no, what is a no, so kind of figuring out like, do I invest in this? Do I pour into this or not? And so as I'm journeying along, I started to feel like, there was just a lot of things up in the air. And so I kind of sat down recently with myself and decided to prioritize things. What is important? What do we want to get done and why? And so what I recognized about the projector project is that it is something I really want to get completed. It's something that I think is beautiful and exciting, and I really want to share it. I don't want to rush it. And there's so many moving parts to this, right? Though I thought when I initially came up with the idea, I thought this was going to be a super quick thing because the idea was to make it just all written, right? And I can easily like write stuff up and I already have the information. So it's not much I thought I had to do. But then like the ideas were expanding and I had an audio portion and I need to do this and I need to do that. And so like as the development is happening along the way, it's requiring more of me. And so I decided, I finished the recordings that I wanted to finish, but they need to be edited. However, I have other things going on. So I recently decided to kind of like put it on hold in the sense that it's not a priority. So when I do have time, I will work on it, but it's not my main focus right now. However, my goal to have it completed is by the time I have my human design workshop. And my human design workshop is somewhere in October. So everything I want completely done and ready to go by that date. So that's my new official like timeline. Okay. And so I have that. So I put that aside. So my priority right now is the cave, right? The membership. So it's getting the membership open. And I really want to get the membership open because, not because, but by the time I go to this event where I'm doing site readings on for human design. So I'm actually doing an in-person offering where I will be doing site readings for people on a human design chart, which I'm so excited about. Is in Brooklyn, New York, and it's next month on August 18th, I want to say. If it's a Saturday, it's August 18th. And it's in Brooklyn, New York from 1 to 7 at Prospect Park. And so I'll tell you all more about that. So that is happening. And so I want to have the cave already open because it was already something that I wanted ready for Leo season anyway. That was always my goal. And I just feel like the membership is so important to open up because it's where I want to do most or all of my work. I just think that I've come to terms with the fact that like I need an exclusive place. Like I don't like being out in the open on just social media and doing all this stuff and trying to get, I don't know if it's trying to get people attention or whatever it is. I'm not into it. So I just want a space where I can create community, you know, and I can focus on what I want to share, what I want to do. And plus, as a projector, I also just think it's great for people to be able to, you know, invite me in that way, right? Basically give me an open invitation. And so like they could be active when they want to be active or not. And basically it's a one-time fee to get in and stay in. And so I really want the memberships to be open because that's where I want my attention, my focus, and all my energy to really go. And then like I'll have stuff that's still available to the general public, but it won't be a priority like my stuff in the membership. And so the membership is my priority right now. So finishing everything up, getting that opened up, making sure it has the content I want it to have in there, all those things. Like I want that done before the event because it is something I want to promote at the event. And moving forward, it will be something I always am promoting no matter what I'm doing. And so the cave is really so important to get open. So that's my focus. And that's pretty much done. I just have to do like a couple of more things where I'll really create the content, do welcome videos and all that. So that's my priority. And that is still going to require a big chunk of time. On top of that, I have a monthly newsletter that I do that this week I need to focus on so it could be out by Sunday. Called Free Spirit Dispatch is on Substack. Feel free to look us up. So I got that going on. Then I have the audio blog, which just updating. I have officially decided to make the audio blog bi-weekly for now. That way I can focus on everything. You know what I mean? I'm not dropping the ball. I'm staying consistent. And at the same time, like, we're getting things done. All right? So, still working on it. So, the audio blog will be every 2 weeks. And then I also have Medium. On Medium, I have a blog. I have the CharliiesTRUTH publication. And so, that's where I do, you know, my write-ups, my blogging. And there, so it ended up happening where I started sharing on TikTok. I ended up back on TikTok. I think I mentioned that the last time we spoke. And I started sharing about when the sun transits the gates. I love it. It's so much fun. I'm learning so much. And I'm just enjoying myself. And so I started doing write-ups for it on the blog. So like I'll do a 10-minute video for TikTok. And then I'll have like a full write-up on Medium. And then I write about it a little bit on, I like take pieces of the article and write about it on Twitter. And also been sharing it on IG for Like to Lead page. And so that has been cool and that's been fun. And so that's where we are right now. And so with that is every week. because the sun transits every 6 days. So I've decided to do a weekly Medium blog, to do the audio blog bi-weekly. Then I have Free Spirit Dispatch, which is a monthly thing. And then my focus will be right now on getting the membership open. On top of that, I work a traditional job. So thankfully I work from home. Praise the Lord. But I have things going on, and then you got to think about your social life and the time I need to myself, and I need to sleep and eat and cook and all the things. So that's where we are. I had to pause, prioritize, and decide how to move forward and do it in a way that feels good. I am very good with routines. I need routines for me to feel grounded and balanced. And so now we got it. And so that's why I'm here, to update you, to let you know, like, hey, I did not forget about us. This is still my baby. I still love coming here. Remember it, because this is my way of vlogging, but audio, okay? I want y'all to be able to keep up, ask questions when you have them, witness the journey of me building up Light to Lead, right? Like, I've had, Light to Lead has been in practice for two years, I want to say, since 2020. Since 2022. And it may have been sooner than that. I'm not sure. CharliiesTRUTH has been around for years. But Light to Lead, I think, has only been 2 years. But it may have been longer, if I'm being honest. But me being really committed and focusing on building it up, I feel like this season feels like the most that authentically I'm doing it, and I'm really committed, and there's no outs this time. There's no outs. I'm not getting distracted by work. I'm not getting distracted by relationships. I'm not getting distracted by depression, symptoms, right? Symptoms of depression. I'm not getting distracted by any of that. I'm not allowing anything to distract me. It's an absolute no, right? And so today's topic really pours into that, how I'm even getting, leveling up, and even that idea of no distractions, no outs. I'm fully committed. This is my baby. I am putting all my energy and my focus and my attention into this, okay? Because it means a lot to me, and it is my way of expressing to the world and sharing with the world, and that means a lot to me. So y'all are fully updated. That is what's been going on, and that's just where I'm at. And I will keep you all posted as we continue to journey along. I really am excited. I feel so proud of myself, even about putting myself out there for the in-person spot readings. Spirit is just so life is just such a blessing, and we're always being taken care of. And as I'm even thinking about the opportunity and how grateful I am for it, but at the same time, just thinking about, ever since I've said yes and put myself out there, God has given me opportunities to practice. I've been meeting people who are open to human design just within my neighborhood, and I've been able to share with them the insights, and also do spot readings on the spot. How would I talk to someone about human design who knows nothing within a limited time, right? And so it's just such a beautiful, beautiful experience that, life is always happening for us, and my life continues to reflect that back to me, and I'm grateful for that. Okay, y'all. Okay. Now I'm ready. I am ready to get into today's topic. I feel like I definitely just spent a good amount of time. Baby, we're already in 18 minutes. And I haven't even told y'all about the topic. Well, I told you about the topic, but I haven't even gotten into it. So let's get into it. So lately, right, in this whole journey of the pause I've been on, I haven't been on a pause. I just haven't been here on the audio blog. I love us. I'm not leaving us. So stay with me. Okay, so lately I've been experiencing awakenings back to back, and learning these profound lessons. And one of the most significant messages that I have come into, rather, I was about to say that has come to me, is the importance of not saying yes to things that are clearly a no for me. And this sounds simple, but in practice, it's transformative. My world is so different now that I've acknowledged and realized that it needs to be a no until it's a yes. That is my bottom line, right? So I say that, and I want to say, like let's think about this, right? How often do we find ourselves agreeing to things that don't align with what we truly desire? Maybe we're doing it out of like obligation or a fear of missing out, or simply because it's easier to say yes. But here's the thing, every time we say yes to something that's not in alignment, we're saying no to something that could be. And I see this, when I think about this, I see it as sacrificing. I have this belief that you can't have it all. And I don't mean that and at some point you can't have it all. But the idea is that like you have to make decisions sometimes. And sometimes when we say yes to something, it means we're saying no to something else in that moment. And so the question here, or the question I feel invited to very often, is what will you choose? It's all a sacrifice. You won't have it all right now. What are you going to choose? What do you choose in this moment? And so recently I found myself realizing that my energy was low, right? And so I started to take inventory of my life and recognize where I've been investing my energy. I realized I was in situations and connections that I knew just weren't aligned for me. They weren't aligned for my goals. They weren't aligned for my visions. They weren't inspiring me. And though they were in bits and pieces and little pockets, they started to pull at my energy. And specifically, they did not support what I said I wanted for myself, or the vision of me I was actively working to embody or integrate. And I mean, this isn't just about connections, and it's not just about people. It's also like the food choices I was making. So basically, it was also about what I was choosing to consume. It was about the food, the discussions I were a part of, the videos or the entertainment, right? The Twitter pages, the TikTok pages, right? The music, the substances, all the things. Like, what am I ingesting? What am I allowing into my world? What am I saying yes to? What am I saying yes to within my orbit? What am I attracting to my orbit? So as I explored this and reflected, at some point I went into this meditation, focused on something else, but it was still in the realm of like attunement. And so while I was in this meditation, I got this vision of a dial, like the dial that's on like a radio, like those old school radios that they have the little dial while it have all the frequencies next to it. So that came up in a visualization while I was meditating, right? And so as I was visualizing, the message of frequency came to me. The idea of whether I am tuned to the frequency of what I say I desire. Am I operating in the way to attract, basically to tune into what it is I'm creating or calling in? You know how if you're not aligned with an active station on a radio, like you pretty much will get static. Well, that was the same thing I was kind of seeing within the vision, right? Spirit was showing me tuning, this idea of attraction, this idea of alignment, okay? Saying that though I think what I'm saying yes to is harmless, right? Like, oh, I'm just hanging out with them. I know they're different, but everybody deserves love kind of energy. I might think that it's harmless, is no big deal, but actually it's keeping me from the frequency I actually want to be tuned to. Those discussions of lack, right? The gossip, the fear, the complaining, the judging, always seeing a problem with something, with someone, right? All those frequencies that I was allowing myself into can impact my own frequency and attunement. And that's what they were showing me. And so as I processed the idea, or right, we can call it a process, I recognized the importance of making change. Basically making new choices, right? The importance of holding the frequency. Right? Like instead of thinking like, oh, it's no big deal, I'm just hanging out a little bit. Yeah, you hanging out a little bit, but it's putting you in that frequency. And so when you leave that frequency, are you going to go upstairs and still be thinking thoughts in that frequency? How much of an influence will you allow it? Are you mindful of what you're ingesting? Are you mindful of what you're tasting? Right, when it comes to energy, I think about projectors and reflectors when I think about tasting. I mean, everybody gets to taste as long as you have openness, but clearly I think about myself. I'm a 1-3, people. It is my job. It is my focus. It is my intention to focus on self. It's why I'm here. So, I know. Um, but with that, all right. So as I recognize, so right, I'm processing on this and I'm thinking about all this and I'm like, okay, I see what we're doing here. And so I want to share with you all like this powerful approach that I've officially adopted after reflecting on what spirit showed me, which is also interesting because we are in gate 33, okay? The sun is in gate 33 in the human design chart, which is in the third center. It's called the gate of retreat, the gate of reflection, and it's all about having our experiences and reflecting on them and then coming back out and sharing with the collective the lessons from that experience. And look, here I am sharing my reflections. So that just came to my mind. It's just like, yo, that energy is so lit, like, because it starts bringing awareness to just things that you usually wouldn't pay much attention to or you wouldn't give much credit to. You think it's like, oh, no big deal, this happens all the time. But it's like, nah, it's a gift and it's an opportunity and it's a moment of growth and it's a moment of acknowledging that you are alive and you are living, okay? You are in an active process of movement, okay? And you are present for it, right? Because some of us are alive but not living. So I feel like when I'm aware of things like that, it's like, okay, you're living in the moment right now. Good job, welcome, right? This is a moment of celebration, people. But anywho, let's focus, right? Because we're already getting pretty far in this. But this is Charlie's Truth audio blog, people. All right, so like I said, I wanted to share about this approach I now have, like where it's like my motto is say no until it's a true yes. That's what I've decided. I will say no until it's a true yes. And in the previous episodes, I also told y'all about like someone I was dating and how we weren't compatible. And the way that situation ended was also very interesting. It was also a moment of reflection where I realized the importance of saying no until it's a true yes. But that relationship really helped bring this home. And so I don't know, had I not had that experience, if I would have gotten here. But now that we're here, baby, oh, we love it. Okay, so let's talk about it. So we're going to say no until it's a true yes. And this means being intentional and discerning about where we invest our energy and time. A true yes is something that resonates deeply with our desires and our soul's purpose. It supports our values and the visions we have for ourselves. But how do you identify a true yes? And so as I sat back, because I really wanted to be solely intentional about this, right? I'm all in. This is my new motto. This is how I'm living my life. And I wanted to be sure that I understood what a true yes was. So I sat with myself and I'm like, what would I consider a true yes? How would I know that this is a true yes? And so I got y'all. I got me and I got y'all. And so I'm going to share with you all ways that have helped me know when something is a true yes. There's about 10 ways, and so we're going to go through them and then, move right along. And so one way is, the first one we have is alignment with desires, right? A true yes matches what you deeply desire in life. For instance, if you desire to experience more joy and a friend whose company you cherish invites you for a fun day out, that's likely a true yes. But if it's someone whose energy doesn't resonate with you, even the same activity might not feel right, right? So we're going to say no to that. Like, I want more joy. So we want more joy and we want more happiness. We want to be around people who is holding that frequency too. And I know it kind of feels like, I don't really we've been friends for so long. I know she's a downer, but I love her. Baby, we got to limit. We got to reduce our time with her. We love her too. And we're going to send some prayers, but we're going to reduce our time with her because that's not in alignment. And we're trying to go where we go. And see, this is a way where the choices you make and the people you hang out with and what you're saying yes to can hold you back. Right? It's not holding you completely back because you still see progress in your life. But what if you let that person go and you can move at a more quicker speed? right? Or that your manifestations can come quicker because you don't have that dense energy slowing you down. I want y'all to visualize that, because that was something that the visual showed me. Is like that dial, when we're talking about that dial, are you moving towards fear and constraint, or are you moving towards expansion and truth and love? Which way is your choice moving? When you make your choice, what energy is it moving you towards? When we think about where you're trying to go, is it moving you closer in the expansion part, or is it constraining? Just check in with yourself. All right, so the second one is energy uplift. A true yes energizes you. It makes you feel alive and enthusiastic, okay? So we want to pay attention to our energy levels when we think about saying yes, right? Pay attention to how you feel when you leave people, right? What does it feel like in your body? Are you excited? Are you exhausted, right? Maybe you need, so I'm someone, a lot of times when I do like one-on-ones, I usually need about an hour to get back to my energy, to be fully grounded in my energy. So that's usually when I know what that influence was like. And so you may pay attention to yourself and notice some things about how your energy works. It took me a little while to realize, oh girl, you need at least an hour of downtime. Okay, cool. So now I know this when I'm doing one-on-ones and readings and all that. Like, all right, you're going to need a little break in between before you switch to something else so that you can just ground back into your energy. Cool. And so I really do want to encourage you to pay attention to your energy levels. Pay attention to how your body feels. When you leave people, when you leave spaces, when you're around them, just take inventory. Pay attention. Use all of this as data so that you can, align your life in a way that you desire it to, be vibing. Third, inner peace. If it brings a sense of calm and certainty, there's no turmoil or conflict, simply flow. Then we have excitement. Does it spark genuine excitement and anticipation? Do you find yourself looking forward to it with eagerness? Then we have authenticity. Does it feel true to who you are and what you stand for? Is it in alignment with your values and beliefs? Is that relationship in alignment? Is that offer in alignment? Is that food choice in alignment? Okay, just checking, just asking, just want to know. Does it go with your values? Does it align with your beliefs? 6, we have clarity. There's no doubt or hesitation. It feels like a clear and obvious choice. Are you at a place of neutrality? Are you chilled? I mean, with this, definitely everybody take that with a grain of salt, right? I mean, clarity, yes, you can always get clarity. I was about to start talking about our authorities, right? For those who are into human design. But even with that, there's a way to get to clarity for all of us. So with that, yes, clarity. There's no doubts or hesitation. It feels like a clear and obvious choice. Number 7 is consistency. It aligns with your long-term goals and values. It's not just a fleeting desire, but something that fits into the bigger picture of your life. Let's be very clear. Our life is just consisting of a whole bunch of choices we're made. It's a reflection of a whole bunch of choices. And that's why I thought was so interesting about what Spirit was showing me, because they're like, yeah, you're having fun, you're enjoying life, you love experiences. We get it. But also, we want to show you that they actually do cost. You may think like it's no big deal, but like, yeah, notice your energy levels. And when that light shined on my energy, I was like, oh, you're right. This is actually important, right? And so does this go to my big picture? I know. I am calling in and supportive, like-minded, aligned individuals. I want to hang out with my kindred spirits, okay? And so that's what I'm calling in. So that's what I want to be saying yes to. That's what I want to be saying yes to. I want to be saying yes to people who are vibing or who have similar interests to me, to be where I am investing my energy, where I'm spending time. That's my big picture, because I want my world to be a reflection of the joy inside of me, of the love inside of me, of the flow inside of me, of the ease inside of me, the lightness I feel. I want my world to be an orbit of that. And so everyone in it, all the things part of it, is part of that. And clearly we need harmony and balance with all things. So, I'm gonna accept life how it comes. But the whole point is like, what part can I play in creating the life that I truly desire? And one of those things is paying attention and being mindful of my long-term goals and values, right? What is my bigger picture, and how does this fit into it? Is it getting me towards my bigger picture, or is it pulling me away from it? Right? Just thinking about where is it on a spectrum? Which direction is it supporting me to? Right? And granted, right, even the choices we make, we can't guarantee the end result. But it's just me being mindful of like, hey, this is what I desire from what I know and what I believe in this moment. Does that get me towards it? Okay? So 8, we have ease. The decision feels effortless and correct. There's a flow to it. 9, we have joy. It brings you joy just thinking about it. It fills your heart with happiness. Then we got 10, that heartful yes. Your heart says yes, even if it requires effort or challenge. It's a wholehearted commitment. So these true yeses aren't about just saying yes to what feels good. It's about what feels correct. Because something can feel correct and still feel like, damn, that's a lot of work. Okay? And that's okay. But it's not just about feeling good. It's about what feels correct for you. Keeping in mind your values and your beliefs, your desires, your visions, all the things that you want to create in this world, or that you are creating in this world. Does this choice in this moment feel correct? Is it a true yes? By using these criteria, we can start to make choices that truly serve us and align with our highest selves, our true selves, the God within, okay? Imagine how powerful it would be to fill our lives only with those things that are true yeses. So next time you're faced with a decision, I want to just invite you to take a moment to check in with yourself. Ask if it aligns with your desires, if it uplifts your energy, if it feels authentic, and so on. Trust your inner guidance, preserve your energy, and say no until it's a true yes. I hope this resonates with you and inspires you to honor your true yeses. I want to thank you for joining me on this journey. And if you found this entry helpful, please share it with others who might benefit from this message. And as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences, so feel free to reach out. Okay, leave me a little message. I'm on Twitter as CharliiesTRUTH. I'm on Instagram as Light2Lead. I'm on TikTok as CharliiesTRUTH. And yeah, I'm on Medium as CharliiesTRUTH. And my website is light2lead.com. So feel free, you can reach out to me at any of those places, or even here, wherever you're listening to this. So yeah, with that, my bad. With that, take care, and remember, say no until it's a true yes. Until next time, stay true to yourself and embrace your authentic path. I love us so much. This is Charlie signing off from Charlie's Truth audio blog. This was entry 20. I love you all.